Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Miss Linda. Good morning, Racist Stars. Good morning, babe. Good morning, Mr. Jim Content, the best gym, the only gym that ever was and ever will be. And thank you for that gifted membership this morning. Good morning, Classy Colt. Good morning, Racing Stars, my beauty again. Um, so I did hold off my live this morning a little later. I apologize. My sister from another mister was live, so I was over there, and I was trying to hold off as long as I could, and I was like, I can't have y'all over here waiting too long. Hey, Miss Raditha, how you doing this morning? I want to give a warning to every streamer out there. If you see a guy by the name of Aaron Woodward Experience, he goes by that. He has four different channels, four or five different channels. He goes by Aaron Woodward Experience. He goes by NC Nemesis. He goes by MC Nemesis Reacts. Any of that shit. Y'all don't let him on your streams. Do not let him touch your link. He when he comes up, he says some of the most racist, vile shit. I just want to put that PSA out there. He was just in one of my friends' chats trying to get it. I know he was over here one day to the point that I cussed him out, read his ass for filth, made fun of his music, and he deleted all those videos of his music. He deleted his music videos. Um, if I could go back, I could find the stream. Um, he said some really vile shit. So I literally blocked his ass. Or I don't know if I blocked him fully, but I know I roasted his ass. You up and early, just not bright eyed and bushy tailed to sound like me this morning. Well, we were up kind of late last night, wasn't we? Y'all know, some of it. I fell asleep after I got off that link, so I don't know what happened after that. When I fell asleep, I got to go catch that replay if that stream's still up, or whatnot. But I fell asleep last night, y'all. I ended up getting real tired, and if I don't go to sleep when I'm tired, I'll end up staying up. You know what I'm saying? And I won't be able to fall asleep. Ooh, apple butter sounds so good. Sounds so delicious. Good morning, baby shark. Baby shark. Did I say good morning, Miss Linda? I'm half asleep this morning. I think I did already, but child, I got thought processes on apple butter and I can't remember. Now I'm thinking about food. You know, I love apple butter. Apple butter jelly is one of my favorites. I swear, I love me some good apple butter. Apple butter on a good warm biscuit. Mmm, so delicious. Miss Linda's over here talking about food. She know I'm gonna get hungry. She know I'm gonna get hungry this morning. Let me see. Let me go look. I was trying to look up updates on baby. I was gonna look up some updates and see if they have any updates on what's going on. They have yet to find baby Emmanuel's body. I was hoping that they had found his remains, but yeah, the baby Emmanuel's mother pleads not guilty, but baby Emmanuel's father did plead guilty and was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. Um, so he because he pled guilty and whatnot. Jake Mitchell Haro, 32, pled guilty last month to second-degree murder after he and his wife Rebecca Haro sparked an investigation by falsely claiming baby Emmanuel was kidnapped. Um, he got 25 years to life. Both are charged with filing a false police report. Riverside County District Attorney Mike Harrison said that baby Emmanuel was the victim of child abuse over time and eventually succumbed to those injuries. We know that. They also had a 2-year-old child who has been taken into custody by CPS prior To receiving his sentence for baby Emmanuel's death, Jake Carl had been convicted in 2021 for cruelty to a child, in 2024 for being a felon in possession of a handgun. He was only ordered to serve 100. He was sentenced to felony probation of 4 years in order to serve 180 days in jail on a work release program. On a work release program. Nowhere near enough for what happened to baby Promise. And little baby Emmanuel either would not have been born or would still be here if it wasn't for that piece of POS. Hey, Jaxlyn. You keep being awesome too, beautiful. I know that most of y'all are busy this like in the morning. Hey, Mr. Richie April. I know that a lot of y'all are busy in the morning and some of y'all are at work, so you have to catch the replay. I know how it is, you know what I'm saying? I go live during the day when a lot of people are, at work and shit. So obviously they're not going to be able to be here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are busy taking care of things and doing things, and taking care of the household and things. So I want to thank y'all who are here because y'all take the time out of y'all day to be here with me, and y'all could be anywhere else in the world, and you decide to be with me. So thank you. But yeah, he got 25 years to life in prison, which still to me should be life in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. We're gonna watch this news report right quick. Hold on, let me add something to the screen. This is my copyright disclaimer. The Copyright Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that otherwise might be infringing. Because we're, you know, I hope he don't never get out. I know you do, Race and Beautiful. I know you do. Here's the thing about though, it depends on to life. The way they worded that. Hey, Mr. White. Yeah, I know the rain be stopping your work and your progress this morning, don't it? Let's see here. Yeah, see, 25 to life refers to a legal sentence where an individual must serve a minimum of 25 years in prison before being eligible for parole. While this allows for the possibility of release, it is still considered a life sentence, meaning the individual may remain incarcerated for the rest of their life. This sentence is typically given for serious felonies, and the individuals may not be guaranteed release after 25 years, but they can get parole with 25 to life. Ain't that some bullshit? This motherfucker done unalived, pretty much unalived, even though that baby's alive, unalived 2 kids and abused how many others, and he gets a chance of possibility parole after 25 years, and he still was out on bond for what he did to baby Promise? That's some bullshit. That child has 3% of brain function. He should have got life in prison, not 25 to life. He has a possibility of parole. But I hope the parole board always says no. You know what I'm saying? I hope the parole board goes, nah, bitch, you ain't getting out. Let's go ahead and watch this news report, y'all. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and make sure this is rewound because I kind of did. It did play a little bit. Make sure the volume's up for y'all to be able to hear. Put it on big screen. Let me put myself on the StreamYard link a little bit smaller so y'all can say, hey, watcher boo. We just gonna watch this little update on baby Emmanuel right quick.
This is a story we've been covering for quite some time now. In fact, you may remember both of the parents were arrested just 1 week after they reported their son missing over the summer.
NBC4's Kristen Kazaris is live in Riverside with this newest twist in the case and what is next for both parents. Kristen.
Well, Colleen and Kathy, no doubt it was a very emotional day inside the courtroom today when Jake Otto admitted to murdering his son, Emmanuel, 7-month-old baby. Now, he also admitted to falsifying a police report and also assault on a child. We know he's expected to be sentenced next month, the same day that the boy's mother, Rebecca, will have her preliminary hearing.
You did willfully and unlawfully murder baby Doe, and it shows EH, a human being. I admit.
An emotional moment today in the missing case of 7-month-old Emmanuel Otto, when his father pled guilty to his murder inside a Riverside courtroom.
I admit.
32-year-old Jake Otto cried as he also pled guilty to assault, a pivotal change in the 2-month-long investigation that has shaken up the community. Though investigators say they are certain Emmanuel was killed, they have not yet found his remains.
There were just so many questions that we had, and today a lot of it was answered, except where is he?
Ashley Rowe is part of a group of mothers from across the Inland Empire that have been following the case that began on August 14th, when the boy's parents filed a report that Emmanuel had been taken from the shopping center in Yucaipa. 1 week later, sheriff deputies arrested both Jake and Rebecca Otto at their Cabazon home after investigators say there were inconsistencies in their statements.
We've been at the Harrell home. We set up the Harrell home and the memorial for baby Emmanuel. I was just over there. We put the solar lights up. It looks really beautiful. So that way he has his own little night light now.
So November 3rd for prelim.
Meantime, the 41-year-old mother also faces charges for murder and filing a police report. She pled not guilty.
We are Emmanuel's warriors, and we're not going to stop until we find out where he's at so he can have a proper burial.
Now, both Jake and Rebecca's defense attorneys, as well as the Riverside County DA's office, did not comment after today's court hearing. But again, the big takeaway here is that November 3rd is when both parents are back in court, and that's the day that Jake is expected to be sentenced for his son's murder, a sentence that could lead up to life in prison. From Riverside, Kristen Casares, NBC4 News.
Yeah, but he got 25 to life, which means he does have a possibility of parole, which to me is bullshit. He should have got life without the possibility. But he got 25 to life, which means he has to serve 25 years and he could possibly get out of that shit or get out of prison. Hopefully the parole board never accepts his plea. What's up, Matthew? Is silly as fuck. How you doing? What up, my watcher boo? Hey, my classic code. I done said hey to you. I just make sure. You know I don't like not saying good morning to everybody. PSA again. I'm gonna say this one more time. If you see a person named Aaron Woodward Experience on X or NC Nemesis, do not let them on your link. They will come up saying some racist ass shit, some fucked up shit. He came over here one day and tried that shit, and I roasted his ass for filth, and he took down all his little music that he had on his channel. He took down every one of them fucking videos because I was roasting his ass. I was letting people hear his shitty ass music, and we roasted the fuck out of him over here one day. I've been seeing him trying to get on links of other people I know, and every time he gets up, he drops the M-bomb and does crazy shit. Now, here's the thing. If he wanted to, he's trying to create controversy about himself, but it's not working for him. Okay, it's not going to work. He steals other people's content, puts it on his shorts, and whatnot, and tries to be controversial. And that's how he's getting his little bit of views that he is getting, because he can't create his own content. Okay. But you got one motherfucking time in the beef sector. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows who the fuck you are so that you can't get on no motherfucking link. You're gonna be banned from everybody I fucking know. Okay? Why you do that shit, I don't know. When you could actually pop up on a link, be chill as fuck, have a conversation, and people might actually like you and support you. But you fuck it up for yourself. You do. No, you remember, babe, a while back when that dude came up and me and Acid was actually over here and we roasted that bitch for filth. Well, he's been going around asking everybody for their motherfucking link, and he been doing that shit, and I ain't gonna let my people fall for it. I ain't gonna let my people get got. I'm gonna look out for the people I love and care about. I ain't gonna let their channels get got. I ain't gonna let none of y'all channels get got if I can help it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that. If I can help, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to put out a PSA warning to those. I've seen him do this stuff, and I just don't want none of y'all involved or getting y'all's channels hit or no shit like that. Because he comes up, says the trigger words, and all that other shit. Like, you can't have a real conversation with someone. He's trying to do it for... He's trying to be controversial to drum up stuff for his channel, but it just actually makes him look bad. And the problem is, if he would just be a cool motherfucker and actually have a conversation with people, people wouldn't like. Yeah, he might actually get some, some real supporters. But because of that, he turns off his comment section too. There's a reason why he does that. So he actually has a short with him straight up saying the N-bomb. Like, he has a short, him talking bad about the LGBTQIA community. Most of his shorts and him actually being in them, he's laying on a bed, like, looking funky as shit with his fucked up tooth. Like, bruh, you don't got no right to talk about nobody. He was putting down Adam Calhoun. He was putting down Ryan Upchurch. He was putting down all the big name rappers, the baby, all I'm trying to get. He even put down like one of the what's his name? Real good dude on here. What's his name? I know his name, but I can't think of it right now. But he sits there and he puts down like all of the big names trying to gain traction for himself. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's we're not stupid. We know what you're doing. But it's not working for him. That's the point. He's absolutely hated in most communities, probably. And it's okay to be a little hated. That's okay. But, sir, you could have actually built a community on here and people could have actually liked you. I don't know who hurt you in your life to make you such an evil, hateful person. I don't know who did that to you. But, yeah. Mr. Wyatt, if I were you, I would stay out of that situation. Stay out of the beefs if you do not want to be put in them. I would stay out of that. Just a little word of advice. I would not get between that. Am I right, Racing? Am I right? I would just stay the fuck out of it. Because that's not going to happen. There's been too much done there. There's been too much said there. Why don't she hit Watcher's link? Why don't she ask Watcher while last night on Leanne's or over at Watcher's house or even over here? Anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Why does it have to be her link? That's my question. It could be anybody's link. It could be Miss Raditha really don't do any shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? So why not somebody else's? You know what I mean? That's just my thing. It could be, it could be over there at Watcher's house. It could be over here. It could be over at Lynn's. Like, yeah, see, that's the point. Watcher knows if she walks into that, she's walking into a point that every person that jumps up there is going to attack her. Versus if they want to have a conversation on neutral platform, I will say that I would constitute that, and nobody but those two will be on the link. And I do mean nobody. It won't be a jump Angel Gotti, and it won't be a jump Watcher. You know what I'm saying? It won't be a jump party. See, that's the point. when you do it on somebody else's platform, there could be a jump party. If it was over here, there would be no jump party. I wouldn't let that shit go down. I'm just saying. What up, MRH Love? Even though I have some people that do not like her, I would not allow that to go down on my platform. I try to keep shit as fair as possible when shit like that does go down. Yeah, you would let them on your panel, but like you said, there would only be 2 there. That's right, Miss Raditha. If they ever wanted to have a conversation, just the 2 of them, it should be just the 2 of them. Not this, that one, and the third, not extra parties, not other people, just them 2. Them 2 alone. You know what I'm saying? If in case they were ever both willing to do that. That's the point. You got to make sure both parties are willing to do that. You get what I'm saying? But it would have to be a neutral platform or a person that's not going to allow a jumping to take place. Like myself, Miss Raditha, we wouldn't allow that shit on our platform. I would not allow anybody else to hit the link while they're both up here. Nobody. Even if I like you. Even if I like you, that's the point. Or I don't like you. You would let no one else. Because then that would make it unfair. It should just be the 2 ladies talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? At that point. I don't think Watcher's stupid enough to jump on a link knowing that platform, they're going to let everybody jump her at one time. That's not fair. And I'm sorry, but that's the way it would go. And then they would say, this would be the saying after it happened. Well, I didn't know all those people were going to do that. Yeah, you kind of did. You should drop everybody off now. Let nobody hit the link. Just the 2 of you. But I know how that goes. I done seen that happen at one time. You ain't setting somebody up for the okie doke. We ain't stupid. That's a setup if I ever seen a setup. Shit. I'm sorry, but no. To me, now Watcher can do what Watcher wants. Watcher's a grown-ass woman. But if I was Watcher, I wouldn't do that shit. I would want a third-party neutral platform to where I know that wouldn't happen. Because if y'all gonna go back and forth, y'all gonna cuss each other, y'all gonna do whatever y'all gonna do, y'all gonna talk it like adults. No matter what the situation y'all decide to handle it is. Because I can't choose what each individual is gonna do, right? It should just be a one-on-one or a 1-versus-1, a one-on-one conversation, not a he, she, everybody else, and they mama. That's just my personal opinion. Hey, sissy. Sorry I had to dip out. I had people waiting. Sis, I tried to wait as long as I possibly could. I still left you playing in the background, though, so that you would get the view. You know what I'm saying? So actually, I still have you playing in the background. No shit. Like I'm sitting here looking where you ended your live because I wanted to make sure I left it up to where you would get the view. But that Aaron Woodward dude, he come over here one time. He goes by MC Nemesis, Aaron Woodward. Tell anybody that you see in the beef sector, anybody in the black sector, Mo 3 sector, if you see that person's name, try to jump up on your link or ask you for the link or, you know what I'm saying? Any of that stuff. Do not let them on a panel. They jump up there and they say like really messed up stuff. They're trying to be a controversial figure. I think they're doing it for clout, anything for clout. Trying to cuss and use the M-bomb and all this other stuff. I roasted the shit out of that dude one day on his music, and he took all his fucking music down. Every bit of it. He had videos of himself rapping. He took all that shit down because I roasted his ass for filth. I didn't play his music on my channel because I knew he'd try to strike me. But I listened to it, and I commentated on it, and I roasted his ass for filth. And yeah, He hit my link one time and he came up here. He couldn't even be a good human being or have a conversation like a normal person. So warn everybody you know. Warn everybody you know. Do not let that person up on your platform or anybody's platform. Yeah, if you see NC Nemesis or Aaron Woodward Experience, do not let them hit your link. Be careful with them even being in your chat. If they start doing stuff, block the fuck out of them, because I was like, could you just be a normal person and chill and have a normal conversation? You know, you actually might build a community and people who would support your music or support you if you were chilling. Oh, Dr. Creole, that has to do with mob tube situation. Um, you know what I'm saying? Now, I will tell you, I would be a neutral third party because I would not involve myself with their shit, right? I will not insert myself in their beef. I would let them both have the floor to speak and say as they do, but nobody would be able to touch that link while they're on. It don't matter if I like you. You're not jumping up here to jump on anybody. Angel wouldn't get jumped on, neither would Watcher. They both would have their day to speak to each other with nobody else involved. Because I don't believe in that shit. Like, if two people want to have a conversation on my platform and nobody else to be involved in it, I do not mind being that person for two people. Let's say we had people that needed to speak, right? I would make sure they had that platform to do so, and nobody else would be allowed on the link while they're doing that. I'm just saying. That's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? But when you have people who allow just anybody, yeah, no. Yeah, I think either myself or Miss Raditha could actually do that because we don't allow that type of shit on our platform. We don't allow jumping. We don't allow people to say shit and do shit like that. No. Whether good, bad, or indifferent happens because of that conversation, now that's on them. I can't tell you she'd even be willing to do it, or the other party would be willing to do it. I can't speak for either adult. I'm just saying that neither party's going to trust doing it on either party's channel, right? So you have to choose someone you know who won't let that shit go down. And I wouldn't be doing it for clout or all this other bullshit that people would say. I would do it for protection of both parties because that's just the type of person I am. I don't believe in jumping. Even in real life, when we fighting out in the streets, I don't believe in jumping. Let it be one-on-one. I don't like that shit. I never have. And even when I've had people who've had controversial shit go down, I asked that person, did they want the other person come up? And when they said they did not mind, then I allowed that person to come up. But if you noticed, even when that shit went down with Square, or even when that shit went down with Pink Boberto, especially Square, I asked him, could they come up before they come up? And he said, yeah, just let them up. Let them get it off their chest. I was like, okay. So I did. But I asked the guest first. I did not allow people up when other people are up because that is disrespectful if I know they have a beef. Now, if I don't know they have a beef and I let them up and they start beefing, I didn't know they actually had a beef. There's a difference between that. But if I know they got issues, I don't let them up at the same time. Whoever's up first has the floor. Mr. White, you need to get her far away from some people. They don't have her best interest at heart. You need to tell them they're going to get her in a world of shit. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm telling you, she's making bad moves right now with that person because she wants to hurt other people. It's making her look terrible. Because that person actually talked shit about the dead and was what he did to Miss Edna was bullshit. You cannot tell me that was not bullshit. Miss Edna did not deserve that. Miss Edna did not deserve that. She did not deserve for her private information to be told to other people after her death. She should have been respected. She should have been respected. That lady should have been respected. And all that should have been done was a memorial talking good about Miss Edna and talking about all the good times you had with her. Not talking about her home situation or interviewing her family members or her boyfriend. That should have never been brought up at all. That was disrespectful. Mr. White, if you passed away tomorrow, I wouldn't let nobody come up here and speak ill of you. That's wrong. That's wrong. Speak ill of your family situation, none of that. None of your kids, none of your family. That's wrong. Any way you look at it. And instead of apologizing and saying, you know what, that was a fuck up. I shouldn't have ever let that happen. And I would have never let that person cuss out Miss Edna like that or talk to her in that way. I would have made sure she was, because I'm going to tell you something. Somebody tried that shit one time up here. They tried disrespecting people. And they were gone with the quickness. Pink Poberto got blocked off my platform for doing that shit. First, he disrespected Mr. MRE. Then he disrespected Just Blaze. So he got blocked off my platform and thrown off because I don't allow that shit. No, you don't do that. Same thing for Square. He started calling Watcher a B word and all this other stuff. He got thrown off my panel real quick. Like, I don't let people come over that I don't care what you think they've done and disrespect my A1 day ones, my actual people, my real people. I wouldn't let nobody come over here and jump on my platform and start disrespecting racing stars for no fucking reason. That's not going to happen. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And the reason I stand against that person, I was never a friend to that person. I was never a supporter of that person, was because I stood for what was right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you start making fun of the dead, special needs people, making fun of disabled people, when you start putting down people for no apparent reason because you're a piece of shit, I don't like you. And I'm going to tell the truth about you. And I'm going to warn other people not to fuck with you because you're not a good person. Those motherfuckers made fun of a dead woman and they've done it multiple times to dead children. I don't care if you have beef with somebody. I don't give a damn. You don't do shit like that. It's called respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but I respect the dead. I respect children. I'm not going to read somebody's kids for filth. I'm not going to make fun of their children. I'm not going to sit there and act like I have somebody's ashes in my hand and blow it out. I don't care if they've been fighting for 15 years. That was wrong as fuck. Making fun of somebody's dead child is not funny. It's not cute, and it shouldn't be accepted. I don't care if you're beefing. That's too far. When you can just keep it on that person. Leave innocent family members alone. Alone. Innocent people alone. Keep it on the person you're fighting with. Keep your beef on that person. There is a lot of ways you can roast a person to filth without having to do that. Doxing. Taking shit offline. That's too fucking far. I have never bothered those people. I've never went to their platform. I have never added them on the community wall. I have never went to any of their channels in their comment sections and bothered them. Yet they've done that to me, harassing me. Right? I have never showed any of their houses or private information. The stuff I did show was stuff that you can find easily on Google which has nothing to do with doxing private information. I have never doxed their private information. Nothing like that. In fact, when I did show somebody's criminal record, I marked out their birthday so it wouldn't be on there. Even though they claimed they're a public figure. I have never called their family. I have never bothered anybody innocent in their life. I kept it on them. Them alone. I've never bothered nobody in their family. Not their sister, not their daddy, not the brother, not the cousin, not the auntie, not the uncle, not the twins, none of it. No girlfriends, no boyfriends, none of that shit. None of that. I kept it on them and the truth. And the motherfuckers can't handle the truth. I hurt they fifis with telling the truth. You're not telling truths on other people when you're listening to third-party stories of someone who has something against somebody. That is not the truth, sir. What up, Crazy Brat Love? But no, yeah, I don't think that's gonna go down though. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if it does, I will say this out loud and everything. If they would even, they don't even have to do it publicly if they don't want to. If they don't want to do it for public consumption, I can do a private StreamYard on a private stream where nobody is there but those two. It will be recorded though, that way each one of them can get a link to it, right? So if they need to use it for whatever reason, but it could just be them if they wanted it that way too. We don't even have to go live. I could put that shit on a private unlisted link. I'm just saying. But it will be recorded for safety purposes of both parties. Just saying. Because you don't want to do shit in the background and somebody lie about shit. You also don't want to do that though. If you have beef with somebody, you don't want to be private with them. You get what I'm saying? You want it recorded for both parties' safety. I'm just saying. It don't even have to be me. It could be Miss Raditha. Miss Raditha is a third party that stays out of it. She is a person who would allow y'all to hit her link and nobody else be up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But it's got to be somebody who don't allow that shit to go down. And you can't trust everybody to do that shit. You just can't. Not a lot of people actually have that in them. I do. I'm one of the people that will do that. If two people want to have a conversation and nobody else be involved, I'll make sure that happens. Where it just be those two people and nobody else. Even if I like you. Because you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be that stern, hard person sometimes. Even if you like people, you cannot allow that to happen because then people don't trust you to be that neutral third party. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that nobody else can jump on the link. Nobody. I wouldn't let nobody come up here and jump Angel nor Watcher. It would be just them. And you got to make that clear from the very beginning of the stream. If you ever do something like that, that if they hit your link, even if you like them, you're going to block them off your link because they're not going to be in the back chat talking shit. Because then that also, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, takes away from them being able to speak to each other if they start reading stuff. You also have to make it clear that the chat is going to be respectful of both parties at the same time. Right? Let them have their conversation. It's kind of a, it's kind of a situation where you have to be even if you have your feelings, you have to take your feelings out of it. Like I do that with almost every situation, is take my feelings out of the situation. Oh, Mr. White, was you being messy and lying? Oh shit. Hey, Mr. G2K. Because I will tell you, nobody was talking shit about Edna. Not nobody over there at Leanne's was talking shit about Miss Edna. Every single one of us said it was wrong what happened to her. It was wrong how she was jumped on a week before her death, and this lady just wanted to chill and have fun with people. That's all. And she was jumped on for what reason? There was none. There was no reason for that to happen to Miss Edna. And I'm going to say this right now, all those involved in that situation should feel ashamed of themselves, because that poor lady had just lost her dog. You know what I'm saying? That poor lady had been through the ringer, and that should have never happened. What up, what up, what up, Mr. Jim Kyngton, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was and ever will be. How you doing this morning? Hey, Mr. G2K, how you doing? I hope that you have a good sleep, Miss Danny, and you have a right to say something if you feel a specific type of way, because I didn't know he went over there and did that, and I was over there in that chat speaking nothing but good on Miss Edna. So that's bullshit to go over there and lie and say that people were talking shit on her when they weren't. Everybody was talking good about that lady. All we ever said was it was bullshit what happened to her. That was bullshit. I dropped the link. You know I dropped the link for my G2K. Let me make sure I pin this bitch so I don't forget. There we go. I did it. Okay. I did it. I did it. But I've done nothing but spoke good on Miss Edna the entire time of this situation. I know a lot of people have done nothing but that. We just don't think she was treated right. I don't think she was treated right. And Angel should apologize and should have made an apology for allowing JT to do that to Miss Edna, because that was wrong. She should have stopped that from the get-go. If that had been my friend, and I have had that happen over here, I immediately drop a person. What up, Mr. G2K?
Not much. Good morning, Charlie.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. I just wanted to come up here real quick. Well, probably not real quick, but I just want to come up here and say one thing I know. My dad taught me at a very young age, you don't speak on the dead. You know what I mean? You don't do that. So one thing I know about this community, your community, Charlie, is they got respect for things like that. And if anybody wants to be saying shit, well, they're just stupid. And anybody that wants to hang out with JT is stupid in the first place. So that's just my opinion.
Well, that's exactly. I mean, my husband's told me that, and everything, and I give people an opportunity, if that makes sense. But to support someone like that who does that to the dead, that's wrong in my opinion. And the fact that this lady was they talked about her personal life, like exposing stuff, and she's passed away.
Right. You
That's
know,
wrong.
yeah, it's wrong. And well, like I said, my dad taught me at a very young age, you don't speak on the dead. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they got enough shit now. After you pass away, you got enough shit going on. You don't need people scratching after you're not here to even defend yourself.
Yeah, and here's the thing, her family's going through a lot. You got to think they just lost her, right? Regardless of whatever the situation is. That was a family thing that had to do with family stuff. Leave the family alone. And even like, why would I've heard they're trying to interview ex-boyfriends and gonna stream her funeral and or do all kind of crazy, like just leave her be, let her rest in peace.
For sure. Like like this is the kind of person I am, okay? Like I said, my dad taught me at a really young age, you don't speak on the dead. When and I won't even abbreviate his name. When Jim Terry dies, if he dies before me, the day he dies, I will never speak a word on him again. Why? Because you don't speak on the dead. They got enough shit they got to deal with already. They don't need you trashing when they're not here, man. So you know what I
Exactly. I'm
mean?
the same way. Like I'm not here's the thing. I'm the type of person that when a person passes, even if I don't like them for whatever reason, I'm not going to
Yep.
speak ill of them. That's just
Yep.
not it, that's just there's lines you don't cross. There's things you're taught when you're little to be respectful that you just don't do.
Like, let me give you another example. The person who sexually abused me for years passed away earlier this spring, right? I haven't spoke a word on him since then. You don't speak on the dead, people. You don't do that, dude. You just don't do it. So, my wife, after she found out that her abuser died, she hasn't spoke on him either. Why? Because you don't do it. You don't speak on the dead. It's wrong. It's immoral, and it's flat out. You're a piece of shit if you do, for real. Again, that's just my own personal opinion. We'll be right back. This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by AMC. Hi, be kind, be nice. Just be nice. It's so easy to be nice. It takes extra energy and everything to be rude and ignorant and mean. And life's a big enough bitch as it is already. You don't need people going out of their way just being mean to people, So
Yeah, and it's like the situation with that, and then you have him fake blowing around ashes. Like, I don't care if these two people are beefing. Why would you talk about somebody's dead child? Why would you talk about somebody's dead family member? Why would you make fun of disabled people or people with different kind of disabilities? That's not funny, nor is it cute. I don't find, to me, if I saw a person do that and I was supporting them, I would stop supporting them because to me that's not funny making fun of a person who's a quadriplegic. To me, it's not funny making fun of people who have disabilities and trying to use them like a sideshow freak. You know what I'm saying? It's not cute. It's not funny. I don't understand why people think it's funny to talk about people's children, underage kids, in a disparaging manner and or a sexual manner, which is very sickening. Or making fun of a child and the way they look when they're underage, or making fun of their disability, their handicap, because they wear braces on their legs or whatever the case may be. That's not cool. That's not funny.
no, it's not like I don't remember exactly how you just said it, but the kind of people that do that are pieces of shit, and that's not speaking ill of somebody. That's honestly, if that's what you do in your life, I actually feel sorry for you. So And I mean, I know I'm just a nobody when in the grand scheme of things, when it all comes down to it, you know what I mean? And I know my opinion don't matter to a lot of people, and I know it matters to a lot of people. So my opinion is, if you're that type of person, you're a piece of shit, and I don't need you in my life whatsoever. So like, and I'll go out of my way to point out people like Jim Terry and Mark Terry, and I don't care. I really don't. Like, there's nothing nobody can do to me that's gonna make me stop doing what I'm doing and call out bullshit. And that's bullshit. You're a piece of shit, and you should probably get right with Jesus, because Jesus is gonna come and he's not gonna fucking like you very much when he gets here.
Oh, I'm gonna say this. It just it goes to show who a person is. If you either support that or think that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Even if I had been supporting the person for 10, 15, 20 years, even if I was close to that person, like, I'd be like, nah, I can't do this. Like, you've went too far. You know what I'm saying? You've done, that's too much. You know, it comes down to a point of, you need to change your behavior or I'm walking away. Like, I would try to talk to them how to sing, because sometimes people get upset and they say stuff, right? But if they continue the behavior and it's a continuous thing, you know what I'm saying? All the time, same thing, then you have a problem. That's not funny nor cute anymore. And when you start taking it to people's real lives, when you start doxing them offline, when you start bothering their family members and calling them incessantly and crazily, you've already lost, because you're not intelligent enough to roast and gag someone. You're not intelligent enough to keep the beef on just you and that person. That shows your intelligence level is down, and that's all you have left. Because we all know this, the beef sector will tell you this. Anybody from the beef sector will tell you that if you can't keep it on that person and that's what you resort to, that's your resort, you have nothing left. You've already shot your load, if that makes sense. You've already did your best you could do with that person. And that means they hurt your feelings enough for you to do that. So that means they won.
Yeah, they touch that nerve because it's a real one. Like, there's another saying, you know, you're only as good as the company you keep. And you know, I live my life by that. I live my life by that saying. I really do. And I like, with my community, you don't go to my community and see a bunch of pieces of shit hanging out there. Why? Because we're only as good as the company we keep, and we don't keep that kind of company. Period.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's hardly ever a time that you come over to the community, my community, whatever you want to call it, whatever sector you want to call it, that you see people calling people names and all this drama and shit. Why? Because we don't keep that company. We just don't do it. It's really easy to do.
I don't see it in your community at all. I'll be over there all the time. Y'all got some cool ass people who don't like do shit like that.
Yeah. Because we don't get down like that. We really don't. And but trust me, if the time comes, and when time comes, and they have came, like, we can get down. We ain't afraid to throw them down. That's for damn sure. We'll stand toe to toe with anybody. We don't give a shit. We don't care. If you're a piece of shit, we will stand toe to toe with you, and you will walk out the loser. And that's just how it is. And not the good kind of loser, because we're all losers in my community. You know what I mean?
What up, Redzilla? How you doing? Now, I cannot stand when people pretend to not see something, or pretend to not, because here's the thing, like Mr. Ruben says all the time, all it takes for bad people to win is for good people to do nothing.
Yep. And that's so true. It really is. You know, just like with my other channel, my Get to Know Stop channel. You know, like, I built it so there's people out there that can actually do some actual make a difference. You know what I mean? And that saying comes into play quite often. You know, only thing, you know, the only way that pedophilia continues to exist is for people to do nothing, and that's what we're doing. We're doing something about it. You know, it's just this world is already screwed up enough, and it's hard enough for people to get through on a day-to-day basis. And we don't need people. We don't need people going out of their way to just be prick. We don't need it. Don't want it. And frankly, it's stupid. It's stupid, and that's my biggest pet peeve in the world is stupidity. So I don't
And if
even know what else to
anybody
say.
wants to know where this conversation came from, um, you know, Mr. White Earp said that Angel Gotti invited her to the show last night talking. I said they need to do it on a third party platform. Then, you know, Mr. White said that he would have to start his channel so they could have a third party platform. I offered to be a third party platform where only those two would be on the link and nobody else. And then I got also told that when he was over there, he was sitting there saying that we were lying about Miss Edna and putting her down or talking crap over her about her over there at Leanne's. That is not true. I want that rumor completely expelled today. That was not true. Everybody that was over there, and I mean everybody, I'm speaking up for every person that was in that chat, every person that was on that link, every person that was over there. Nobody was disparaging Miss Edna. The only thing that was ever said was it was a shame what was done to her. That was wrong.
I wasn't even there. I have no idea about all that shit. So I'll throw myself out there too. I'll be a third party platform. I got no ties to anybody really when it comes to that. You know what I mean? So you want to talk about a third party platform that,
That is true. Mr.
I'll
G2K,
offer it.
you are a third party platform that you have no ties to none of the bullshit, and you would make sure that it was just those two up there and nobody else. You wouldn't let it be a jumpathon. And that's what I was saying is you cannot expect Watcher to go over to Angels or Angels to go over to Watcher because they're gonna think it's gonna be, even though Watcher wouldn't allow that, Angel wouldn't believe that, right?
Right.
So that's why I said it has to be like even Miss Raditha offered. Miss Raditha's not, she don't do drama. She don't do that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So therefore, you know, one of us would actually make sure that no third party jumped up. I said, even if I like you or dislike you, you would not be allowed on the link.
Yeah,
You know
see,
what I'm
and
saying?
yeah, I get it. And like I said, I'm being dead serious. I'll offer it up, dude. If I can help create something to defuse the bullshit and the drama, I'm down to do it. And I'll, like I said, I'll put myself out there. Hit me up, let me know a time, and I'll schedule it, and we'll do it. And it'll just be one-on-one. I won't even be on there. I'll take myself out. I'll put myself in the background, and you guys can just go at it. You guys can work it out however you guys see fit, how you guys see fit that you want to work it out.
I don't think it'll happen because I don't think either party, to tell you the truth, are going to speak to each other. And if they do, it's probably going to wind up in some mess between the two. But I'm like you. I would take myself off the screen. I would mute myself. The only way I would interject, and I will say this, the only way is if either party, and that means even Watcher, and I love her, we're starting to talk about children. I will stop that right away.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the Pentaverse, there would be like it would, you know how like when you have a debate or you have a thing and you set clear-cut rules.
Yep.
That's the way you would have to rule this. You would have to make sure that every party follows the rules. You know what I'm saying? And that if it got too far out of hand, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know what I'm talking about when it goes too far. That is stopped right away. And there would be no third party. So even let's say somebody, whether it be Angel or Watcher, decided to let a third party call into their phone and try to put it on there, that would also be stopped. Right
well,
away.
nobody's got my number, so you couldn't even do that. I'm just saying. So, like for real, if I could help diffuse the situation and make it go away, and I just want people to be nice, man. It's not that big of a thing to ask. It's not that hard to do. You know what I mean?
I do not believe that that's going to happen, but hey, you
Right.
never know. But here's the thing. She's always calling people her platform. Why should it be her platform? It could be a third, like that's why I was suggesting a third party platform, because you can't trust that. Watcher would be stupid as hell and I know she's not going to do it, or she's crazy as hell, not stupid, to jump up on a platform that she knows that it's going to be a jump-a-thon.
Right.
Same thing for Angel. It would be stupid on Angel's part or crazy on Angel's part if she jumped up on a platform that she knew that people were going to be able to jump her. Nobody would do that. I'm not stupid enough to do that shit. Like, I'm not jumping on a platform where I know they're going to jump me. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I know Watcher ain't scared. I know Watcher ain't scared.
Oh hell no! Watcher brings it to the pain every day.
Yeah, so I know she's
You
not
know?
scared. But it's just, if you're trying to have a conversation with someone, why would you open yourself up to that? That makes no sense to me. Oh, it's
Yeah.
private now? Did they private it? They talk all the shit and then private it so people can't see what they said about them. See, that's some punk bitch shit, in my opinion. If I'm gonna talk shit, I'm gonna leave that shit up for a little while. Now, if I private it after 6 months, that's a whole nother fucking story. That's 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But right after I do it, no, I'm gonna let you see it. I want you to hear what I said about you.
For real. Like I've only privated 3 streams in my life, and that's because I got porn bombed.
Oh, if you see a person, let me tell you this, and you can spread it to your community. I want to make sure it's spread everywhere. His name's Aaron Woodward Experience, or MC Nemesis. Do not let him hit your links or anybody that you know. Warn everybody. He's jumping up on these links, saying the M-bombs and all that stuff, trying to get people's channels taken, and not coming up just to be chill and talk. Like, he's trying to be a controversial figure, so it gives him more clout. But really, it's not working for him, and it's actually making him look bad. I don't know why he's doing it, but I just want everybody to know that. So if he tries to hit your link, you're warned that he will do that and try to get your channel struck. You know what I'm
what's his
saying?
name again? What's his name again?
Aaron Woodward Experience, or MC Nemesis.
Hey, actually, I had him on my panel a couple nights ago.
Did he actually act right?
No, he actually tried. I let him up, but I put my screensaver and shit up. I muted his mic and shit and whatever, and he tried doing some shit, but I don't play that game. So
I'm trying to warn everybody, because I've been seeing him in all the communities. He was just over at my friend Creole's house doing the same thing. So I'm just trying to warn everybody who has a link and lets people up. And yeah, so that if y'all see that name at all, you already know, do not trust it. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll automatically come in your chat, go link, stuff like that. And I watched some of his shorts. See, a while back, he tried to do that to me. A while back. It was a while back. And I went, and he used to have music on his channel that he used to rap, right? He took all those videos down because I roasted the fuck out of him. I didn't play none of his music. I put it in chat so everybody could go listen and then come back over here and we could roast his ass. And the whole chat roasted his ass.
yeah,
he thought he thought he was going to do something funny over here. He took all them videos down. I wonder why.
Maybe because he can't rap worth of shit. I don't know.
Oh no, it can't. It was bad. It was real bad, Bubba. It was bad. Oh my God, was it bad? And so I had my friend Acid was over here at the time, and I had everybody in the chat, him, myself. We were all roasting the shit out of him. It was funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Redzilla. If you want to be controversial, then you got to be funny too, or else it don't work. Yeah, and I'm going to say the same thing, Mr. Redzilla. I don't think that's going to be a thing because there's been too much said in that situation. I know G2K doesn't know, but Watcher's grandkids have been brought up. Let's just say it that way, and her child and things about that. So therefore, I'm going to say I do not believe that a conversation is going to happen, because once you cross that line, you've crossed too far. And so that's just my personal opinion. I may be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. But once you cross a certain path, there's no coming back. Like,
yeah, and once you bring somebody's kids or grandkids into it, that's the line. That's the line. You gone too far, and you're a piece of shit, and you should be treated as such. And what do you do to pieces of shit? You flush them away.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna say this. I have been nothing but respectful to a lot of people that come over here and try to ride the fence with both sides. Nothing but respectful. When I could block you on sight, right? But I don't do that. I give people a chance, right? That goes to show you that others are not like that, and the people you're hanging out with aren't cool because they block on sight. I don't even have to do nothing. I could just walk over there and I'll be blocked for no reason. You know what I'm saying? No reason at all.
Yep.
I did nothing. But that just goes to show that, you know, which community actually has a better ability. When here's the thing, over on this side, right? Over on this side, I'm talking about this side, right? I have never seen anybody go after somebody's children. They may talk about the person's parenting. They may talk about the person and how they treat people. They may talk about a situation with that person, right? But they're not speaking ill of their children. They're not speaking ill of the dead or innocent
Yeah.
people.
I mean, it's not my fault you have little PP syndrome. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I heard somebody's feeling so bad after I got off a link one day and just said one thing. The motherfucker started atting me on their community wall every other 5 seconds. I'm like, and then they came in my chat and tried to say shit. And I blocked their ass with, you know, just blocked their ass. I didn't even say that to them, didn't acknowledge them. I don't give a fuck about them. They mean nothing to me. And let me say this right now. I don't go to your chats. I don't go to your community wall. I don't at you on mine. I don't go bother you whatsoever. See, that shows a pattern of harassment. When a
Yep.
person does not, even if I'm talking shit, I'm not harassing you. There's a difference. I'm not going to your home. I'm not going to where you're at on panels. I'm not following you everywhere on YouTube. I don't care what you fucking do. And I don't do that stuff, but yet you do that. See, that shows a pattern. You're adding people. You're following them all around YouTube. You're in their shows. You're even lying about what they're saying in their shows. Like, whoever's telling these people the stories of what people are saying in their lives, they're lying like fuck. Because I've heard so many falsities that have said about the show. I was like, I was watching that show. That was never said. What the fuck are you talking about? Or I was
Right.
watching this show and that was never said. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you on drugs, sir or ma'am? I don't know if it was a sir or a ma'am that was telling the lie, but that's why I say either or. But like, if you're gonna tell a story on someone, make sure it's the truth.
Yeah, for real. Like, because I mean, well,
Same,
guess-
Redzilla. I don't usually block people. I only block certain people.
oh, I hardly block anybody. My community does it. So,
What up, newbie beauty? So literally, I can show you my block list. It's very, very short. I think I have maybe 10 people blocked, and it was because my community, some of my, I had a troll gang come in here once, and my community went a little blitz on them. And then there's 2 people, and y'all know who the 2 people are, that are blocked from my chat, will never be welcome in my chat, and can't come in my motherfucking chat. They ain't coming on my link. Fuck them. They come up here, they're going to be blocked with a quickness.
can I
Because
guess? Can I guess?
Yeah. You already know who those 2 people are. Other than that, I try to let everybody rock out. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I'm over there moderating, and I moderate for a lot of big channels with 600, 700 people in that damn chat, right? And even if they're trolling me, right? I let them troll me. It don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Troll away,
Yep.
baby. I'm up on the link. You trolling? Troll away, baby. You ain't bothering me. And the only way I'll stop and say something about trolling, most of the time I'm gonna ignore your ass because you're gonna give up because I'm not giving you the attention that you're seeking. And if I do give you that attention, you don't want it. Oh, did I say good morning, Miss Catherine? Shit, I know I did, but you know I'm half out of it this morning. I'm gonna tell you that Redzilla, he won't come in your chat. He came in mine. He came in mine, but he won't come in your chat. That's fucked up. Came all up in my chat talking shit, but wouldn't come in your chat. Like I said, some men only like to attack women and go after women. They're not men though; they're little boys because real men don't attack women. Real men don't, threaten to beat up a woman. A real man. I've heard how many men offer to set up a boxing experience, a sanctioned fight with this person, turn it down. But when it comes to saying they want to fight a woman, they're all about it. Why do you
Oh
want
yeah.
to fight a woman who is smaller than you? Right? You're over 6 foot, you say. You're trying to fight a woman that's 5'2", 5'3" at the height, maybe 5'4". Why are you trying to fight a woman, but you won't touch a man?
Shit,
And
I'll
you,
wear. I'm small enough. I'm not even 5.5 foot tall. I mean, I'm kind of chunky, but hell, I'll put a dress on and whoop their ass. I don't give a shit.
oh, they love to say all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying, and talk about me and mine. But here's the thing: my man don't put his hands on women. He's more
Yeah.
of a man than you'll ever be, little bitch boy.
Hey, yeah, for real, for real. Like my wife's not here right now; she's went to the store. But you could ask her how many times I put my hands on her without her wanting me to. Tell you what, I've never hit a woman in my life. I've only hit my sister, and that's when I was 16 years old. So
I mean, I agree, Mr. Redzilla. I honestly think Watch Her Crazy could whoop his ass because she's crazy enough. See, here's the thing: just because they're bigger than you, and just because they think they're better than you, does not mean that. I'm gonna tell you something: the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I would kick his kneecaps out from under him. He got some weak ass ankles and some weak ass knees, and I would kick those bitches. I'm telling you, motherfucker, I'm gonna bring you down to my motherfucking level. I may only be 5'7", and they try to claim I'm 300. Bitch, I've never been 300 pounds in my life. Now I do ping pong between 189 and 200, and I ping pong that all the time. But I'm almost 5'7". It looks different, baby. I just got thick thighs, titties, and ass. And if you ain't, I've got videos
ain't
of
nothing
my
wrong with
entire
that.
body. I'm just slim thick, bitch. Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Redzilla, you know what? You can just by how much the one runs his mouth. You know what I mean? You can tell he's got a glass chin. He's definitely first level fucking Mike Tyson's punch out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
He's
say
got
this:
that glass
anybody
jaw.
who runs their mouth that much about fighting ain't no fighter. Because a
You
real
know?
one don't have to run their mouth. They know they can.
Yep. Good
Just
morning,
like
Catherine.
I think they have the issue of projection. Everything that they think about themselves, they put onto other people.
100%.
It
100%.
and I ain't complaining. Yeah, I know. But the crazy part is they try to talk all that big bad mamma jamma. A person who really is about that life does not do that. They don't try to say I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, because they don't have nothing to prove. See, you're trying to prove yourself so much so that it shows how weak you really are. Because if you don't have nothing to prove, you won't act like that. And you try to talk about my little 8-10 people that I have. I'm a new content creator who's only been here for a year. I just
Year.
hit my 1 year.
Congratulations.
I know I
Congratulations.
just hit my 1 year. But I go live at a time when most people are what? At work. All right. But secondly, I'm a small content creator, but you're reaching for me. That proves right there that you yourself have
You're
nothing.
scared. You're
Hell, my
scared.
docs only got 4 likes. Shit. How many people were watching? 10 folks? That's some bullshit. I deserve more likes than that. But anyway, that goes to prove, though, right there, that you don't have it. That's the only content you have is going after other people. And over a period of time, people are going to get tired of that, and you're going to fizzle out like you've always fizzled out because you're trying to be something you're not instead of just being yourself and being cool and being chill and having conversations. And you're not good at it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because if I've read them for Fields and everybody in here, that chat was blowing up that day. Everybody was laughing, having fun. And all I did was roast the shit out of pictures. That's all I did. I didn't
Yeah.
take it real life. I didn't bother their families. I didn't, do nothing else. Just literally roasted their pictures. That's all. They can't even do that. They can't do a funny. It doesn't work for them. They're not that funny. They think they're Howard Stern, but baby, you're not. You fail at everything you do at life because of what you do. Here's the thing: when you put out bad karma, when you do bad to people, it comes back to you 10 times fold, 100 times fold. When you talk about dead people and dead children, when you talk about disabled people in a disparaging manner, when you do these evil, awful things, that shit comes back to you. And every time that you are wishing death upon someone or bad things, guess what? That shit's gonna come back to you, and that's why you staying sick. That's why the under your eyes are so dark. That's why you can't sleep at night. And I hope you can't dream. And there's a lot of things
And you
that.
think about me, and you can't sleep at night. That's right, baby.
Yep, you knew exactly where I was going, Jisuke.
I got you, girl. Come on now.
Hey, Miss Jean, how you doing, beautiful? But when people do stuff like that, it just shows who they are. Like, I don't have to prove who I am. People already know. When I go places, I'm loved and respected. You know what I'm saying? When I chop into
Yep.
a comment box, it's, hey Charlie, how you doing? Hey girl, I love you. How you doing? But when they do, it's, oh, you're that guy.
And trust me. At least here in Idaho, we had that guy movement going on for a while. It don't fly over here either. So you don't want to be that guy. Trust me, you just don't want to.
I think one of the reasons I get so angry at like Watcher, myself, and others is because we are loved and respected, and they wish that could be them.
For real. I 110% agree with that, Charlie.
What
They
up?
wish
What
they
up?
had.
What up, Bingham Show?
They wish they had that kind of love and respect that you get, and that I get, and that some other people get. They just they hate it so bad because they can't achieve that, because that's like they're so envious, like they can't achieve that, they'll never achieve that, and they understand that because they can't change their ways because they are pieces of shit. And like I said earlier, what do you do with pieces of shit? You flush them away, and until they realize that they're pieces of shit and they need to change their shit up, they'll always be that way, and it'll always be that way with them. So
I don't. Here's the thing. What's crazy about the situation is if they would just be chill and themselves, they could actually grow an audience of people who like them, but they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to create content without creating and not even good controversy, because you have to be kind of funny, like Redzilla said, when you do controversy, and not stupidity. But to the points that they try to take things, it just nobody's gonna respect that. Nobody. Anybody in any community will tell you that's not a respectable thing when you go after children, when you act like you got somebody's ashes and you blow them and you're making fun of somebody's dead relative, when you sit there and do the same bit over and over and over again, it becomes redundant. Come up with a new bit. That's
for real.
redundant.
I just want to put this out there, okay? Just in case this gets back to these two people in particular. Like, I try to see the good in people, in all people, and if their two of them actually changed up their ways, they could actually do a lot of good in this world. They could really help. They have the potential. Honestly have the potential to do something amazing, to do something amazing in this world before they leave it, but they won't, and that's just ridiculously stupid to me, and I don't understand it. So it's stupid. I don't know. I'm just saying, like they honestly, because they have that people are attracted to that. You know what I mean? They're attracted to seeing people do shit, whether it's positive or negative. And if you just switch that flip over to the fucking positive side, Mark Terry, Jim Terry, like, you guys could actually do some good in this world before you guys die miserable and alone. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm wrong, but you know what? It would be the first time I was wrong about something.
Oh, also tonight, we doing the frenemies. It's a Family Feud type situation, but it's called frenemies over there at Mr. JB Longwinded's house tonight, y'all. If y'all don't know, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be messy. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be on Lolo's team. Lolo done called me to the table to be on her team. So keep an eye out on your notifications on that. Hopefully, the two people who are supposed to do it is really serious about it and You know what I'm saying? So it is upcoming tonight at 7:05 p.m. It's technically going to start at 7:15. That was just the time that it was set at. But I'm going to go ahead and drop his channel link so that everybody can subscribe and y'all can go up there and get your life. Because it's going to be hilarious. Because that child, I'm going to get some mess. I'm going to get in some mess because of this damn shit. I'm going to end up being in some beefs, child. I'm going to end up being in some beefs with people I like because it's going to be truthful because I got to answer the question, even if I may not believe it or agree with it. If that's what the people say, you know what I'm saying? In the sector, I got to repeat what the people say. So I'm probably going to have some people mad at me, child, after this.
And then also I got to throw this out there tonight also over on my channel I got the 143rd consecutive episode of Chilling and Chatting tonight at 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So I mean that's a little bit later, and
is that on the real G2K?
That's on the real G2K channel. Yep. 133 straight weeks, ladies and gentlemen, of the same of Thursday night Chilling and Chatting, where we just do exactly what the title says. We chill, we chat, and we kick some ass. Just saying.
Oh, it's I Am the Real. That's actually your channel.
Yep, I'm the real G2K. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get it right quick to drop your channel in chat. Oh, there it goes. It's I'm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me share this channel out. So tonight's gonna be Chat and Chill, also up there with G2K. If y'all want to go over there later tonight, have some fun and talk some shit and just giggle because we be stupid as fuck and it's fun.
That's right. That's right. That's how we roll. We just have some fun on Thursday night.
Hey, Mr. Noble. Sorry, I was talking some shit, y'all, when y'all came in, because there was a situation that went down that I just had to say something about, because sometimes people need to hear the truth even if they don't like it, and that's the point. It's like they think I'm attacking them. No, I'm just telling you the truth that you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I don't have technically when I started out talking about it, I had no ill intent. It was all, this is what was brought to my attention, and I want to show everyone else what was brought to my attention. That this person is not a good person. This is what is being said. There is literally a Rolling Stone article. You tell me that Rolling Stone, a large publication, is going to make a thing about you scamming families out of money without proof. No, they have to have proof, because if you're a news article or a news in any way, shape, or form, if you're printing anything, you have to have proof. It can't be a he said, she said. It can't be a falsity, because they're not allowed to print that without a retraction.
And if you're talking about who I think you are, like I have documentation that goes back to the age of 16 years old on this dude, on his first fraud charge, at 16 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. I'm just saying, he's got more than just one. He's got multiple of them. It's not a lie. If Rolling Stone has it in their magazine, it's the gospel truth. Just remember that, ladies and gentlemen. It's that big of a deal. Like, for real, the dude's a piece of shit. He'll always be a piece of shit. He's a scammer. He's a fraudulent piece of crap. And so is his brother. Period. End of story. I've seen it. I got scabs of it.
Proof. There's documented proof. Like, when I wouldn't. Here's the thing. When I started talking about this person, all I did was show documentation, and then I did a stream where I let all his victims come up and speak, and a lot of them were too afraid to speak out because this person attacks people. They were too afraid to speak out, to tell their truth and tell what happened to them, because they didn't want to be bothered again. They didn't want their whole family called. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this shows witness intimidation. This shows that this person is willing to go to any lengths to cover their past. Well, if you did it, let's say that was your past and you were doing those things. Wouldn't you, if you wanted to change and be better for the future, make an apology video or at least try to change your behavior and be better? Yeah, that's what most people would do. That's not what they did. They just doubled down on the shit.
Yep.
The truth is the truth, and it don't matter if you like it or not. If you did the shit, you did the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Amen to that.
stand in your truth. Fuck. And they try to claim all kind of shit. I'm gonna say this once again for the dumbasses in the back. If in case anybody in my household was a fucking prostitute, bitch, I'd be so fucking rich right now. I wouldn't be on this motherfucker.
Right. I wouldn't be trying to make some YouTube money.
Hell no. I'd be rolling in the dough, honey. I'd be rolling in it.
Oh
What
yeah,
you
because
talking about?
we be original pimps. You know what I mean?
I'd be having all kind of extra shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'd be rolling up in the fucking 32 Bentley for shit's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'd be over here rolling. I'd be like, they see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, trying to catch me with all this money.
Dirty. That's right,
was
riding dirty. Hell yeah.
And with all this money, I'll be so rich and nerdy.
Hell yeah, I'll be so rich you can't even call me a nerd.
But like, and also I heard that someone was trying to do an ex parte, and people believe that to be true on a copyright infringement. You cannot do that unless you prove without a shadow of a doubt that it would be a like it, you an ex parte is only enacted most of the time for it's usually not for copyright, right? It's for emergency restraining orders, emergency family custody, things like that. But if they did try to enact that, first off, copyright infringement is a federal thing and you have to go to the federal courthouse. Now, the only way you could get an ex parte to that, because the person has a right to do justice and to be able to defend themselves, is if you prove without a shadow of a doubt that they are a, not to the business, to yourself, a violent criminal of some kind. You cannot do that for copyright infringement because a person has a right to due process. And you have to prove that without a shadow. Now, there's a difference between an ex parte and somebody just not showing up, but you have to send that person a process server. Trust me, I know somebody who's did copyright. I know somebody who had a restraining order against a person who actually had a copyright, and that person was still able to show up to court because guess what happens in court proceedings? Let me explain something to you. Even if you have a restraining order against someone, and you go to court for a certain situation, unless you can prove, like I said, it's family court. Most of the time, the ex partes are actually allowed, or for emergency purposes, that they are going to cause you bodily harm. Any court proceeding overrules that. Any court proceeding overrules that. I hate to tell that person that. But copyright infringement is a federal thing. And if you're trying to do it at a state level or a civil matter, a civil case, you can sue somebody civilly for something, but you can't do copyright infringement on a state level. Does not work that way. Trust me, I know. I have a friend who's done it. Because she had people using her content. They were just restreaming, not in fair use, not using something in fair use. They were just straight up streaming her lives while she was live. So she took them to court, she struck them, and YouTube says if that happens, you have to take them to court for copyright infringement, right? Or their video gets returned to them. Well, at the same time, if in case you do that, I hope you know that you can also be served by every person who wants to serve you when you show up to that damn courthouse, because that is public property and they're allowed to do that. So, just saying.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And you can't use that as a reason for an ex parte. That doesn't work either. Because that means you're trying to skip due process. That would actually prove that you're trying to skip due process. which would also be bad look in your case to a judge. Um, but that's such you can't get an ex parte for a copyright. That's not how that works. You would have to prove like, and even towards your business, you can't prove irreparable harm to the business. You would have to prove that this person it means you irreparable harm, and they have to be a violent person with a violent criminal past, and or live in the same state as you, or have like they have to have had made a physical threat against you. You have to have proof of that. You can't just run up and make false claims. That's not the way that works. Some people, I swear to God, they need to go to school or something, and it just kills me.
And let's throw that out there too. Making false claims is also illegal. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I heard somebody saying that somebody over in the mob tube, like I don't know the whole situation. This is just part of it that they send the FBI to people's houses or call that. I'm like, do you realize if that person has done that, right? And it's a proven thing. If they've done it 3 or 4 times, they're false calls. Why aren't anybody getting together and taking all 4 of those claims and taking them to the FBI as false reports and showing that to the FBI that they've made 4 false reports to them, so therefore they can actually be criminalized, and the FBI would actually take out charges, not you.
And actually, it would be felony charges. So
Yeah,
you're looking at some serious prison time for being a jackass. I'm just saying.
yeah. False reporting to any government agency is a crime. It is a crime. It is a federal crime.
Indeed,
So
it is.
if you want to, that's why even when I had a stream one day telling the people how to report the crimes that were done against them, I said, please do not make a report unless you actually have something's been done to you and you have proof of it, because then that would be considered false reporting, and we do not false report over here. Make sure that all your claims are truth and to the best of your ability, and that they're not false claims. Like if you've been cyber stalked by a person or cyber harassed, make sure you have all your proof. Save everything. You don't think I don't have all them live streams downloaded and saved of every time that motherfucker harassed me? You got to be crazy, because I got my proof, baby. I got the threats made against me. Every bit of it. Save your proof, baby. Keep your proof. Build your case if you have to.
Oh, yeah.
Screenshot everything.
Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. So.
Because I'm going to say this also, having a back and forth with someone online, as long as they don't make threats, which some threats have been made, doxing has been done, terrible things that are criminal offenses have been done, but just talking shit is not a criminal offense. It is
That's
also
freedom.
not a
That's what you call
civil
freedom of speech.
offense.
Yeah, that's what you call
Now,
freedom of speech.
well, it's also like if let's say I started talking shit about you, Mr. GJK, for no apparent reason, and started slandering you for no apparent reason. You had done nothing to me whatsoever, and I continue to do that for weeks on end. Then you would have a standing, correct? But
Correct.
we're in a back and forth. Let's say I go video for video with you. We both don't have a stand.
Yep.
Neither one of us. But vice versa, if you've done nothing, said nothing, and I continue to come at you for no apparent reason, then you have standing. Or let's say that person leaves you alone and has not spoken on you in a year or more, and you continue after a specific time, they also have a case. So, because that person can show, well, they said if I left them alone, they'd leave me alone, but they continued and they continued and they continued and they continued and they continued. Case proven.
Case in point.
If in case that's why you like, even when I talk my shit, right? There's certain things and phrases you won't hear me say because that would be considered slanderous. That would be considered defamation of character, which I have not done. But telling the truth and things that are coming out of your own mouth and things you have said, baby, that's not slander nor defamation. That's shit you're doing. that can be proven. See, slander and defamation are actually hard to prove in most court cases, right? Because you have to prove without a shadow of a doubt quite a few things. First off, you have to prove without a shadow of a doubt that you actually lost money. That you lost money. You have to prove monetary loss. Not because your reputation was touched. They don't give a fuck about that shit. And you have to prove the amount. You have to prove the exact date the person said what they said, and you have to prove that what they said is the reason and not what somebody else said. Because if multiple people are talking about you at the same time in a disparaging manner, or let's say there's a lot of stuff online about a said person, that's very hard to prove that one person actually is the reason that you got took down. You get what I'm trying to say? You have to prove that what those person's words were actually is the reason you lost money. And that's very hard to prove. Ask any lawyer. They'll tell you that that's very hard to prove. The only way that's easy to be provable is if you have done nothing to that other person. Do not speak their name. Also, a cease and desist does not work if you yourself do not cease and desist. A cease and desist means that you've not said nothing about this person. You ain't did nothing to this person, blah, blah, blah. And they continue to bother you when you've asked them not to, and you're not bothering them. If you yourself are, because trust me, I know people who have went through this, that means nothing. If you continue to slander and harass a person and you continue to talk shit on them, your cease and desist does not matter. Hold on just a minute, y'all. I got to mute up. Anyway, but you have to, in those kind of cases, you have to prove shit without a shadow of doubt, and you can't have a back and forth with someone and claim you're the victim. That's not the way that works. That's not the way any of that works. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit that is they're saying online, absolutely not true and would not stand up in a court of law.
100% facts.
I will say that you know, I wish that some of this shit would just be chill as fuck. I love hanging over there with y'all though, G2K. I love all the amazing people I've met. Y'all got some cool ass people over there.
We take over to the spring right now.
Oh yeah, like we really do. We got some cool people, man.
So I guess I'm gonna be over there at the frenemies, and then I'll come over there to the G2K, and I'll be like, man, I lost. No, or man, I won. I shot the BB gun. I don't know, because I don't know how my team gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I know, I'm on Lolo's team. As far as I know, I don't know if she done restructured or not. But I'm gonna be over there just in case I still am. You know what I'm saying? I don't like if I say I'm gonna do something with somebody, I'm gonna do it. I'm that type of person. So as far as I know, I'm still on the team, child. But even if I'm not, I'm still gonna be over there to support Mr. JB because he's an amazing human being. Just like when I know that you going live, Mr. G2K, I'll be over there like, woo, Mr. G2K.
Yeah. And I appreciate it. I try to include everybody,
Yeah, I myself try to support everybody, but sometimes I will tell you that if I miss anything, just know it's because I'm at 15 different places at one time, or I'm sick and I don't feel good. My ass is laying down because I have been sick, but I've been still, even though being sick, trying to make sure, I'm supporting everybody. And sometimes when I can't sleep at night and I catch y'all on, I'll be laying there for like 2 hours. That's why you'll catch me come in at that certain times because I'm like, shit, I can't sleep. Might as well hit the fucking link. Tire out.
I just know I don't ever expect anybody to be there. The only person that's expected to be there is me. So I get it. I know how YouTube works. But let me show you something. Let me show you something, okay? This is why right here, it's a bad idea for me to fall asleep with my hair wet. And I did that last night.
You're afroing it out this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got some beautiful hair though.
It's curly as hell too, and I hate it.
I love curly hair. See, I got that straight ass hair. It sucks. You can't even keep a curl. See, here's the thing about curly hair. Let me explain something. You can straighten your hair, right? You can crimp your hair. It'll keep a crimp. My hair is so straight that I could curl it, and by like 5-6 minutes after I curl it, the curl's already fallen out and it's trying to go straight again.
I'll trade you. See, people with straight hair would die for curly hair, and people with curly hair would die for straight hair.
Yep.
That's how it works. So
my hair is already. It's only been about a year and a half since I cut my hair the last time, and my hair in a ponytail right now is reaching mid back, and when I take it out, it reaches my butt. So, man, I'm gonna tell you, the only thing sucks about having long hair, and you can bet this, how many times you accidentally either set on your hair and pull your head backwards.
oh, dude, stop breaking your goddamn neck. Stop breaking your fucking neck.
I've done that so many times. Like I'm saying, ow, ow, ow. What? I just accidentally stepped on my hair or pulled my hair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Let's see,
Jim Tidington.
Let's see, I haven't had a haircut in 27 years.
Uh-oh, Tainted got that gift of membership. I know, Roddy. I'm with you. I want that kind of body in the hair. Look at all that. Look at all that. That hair just looking pretty and shit. Meanwhile, my hair's over here. Bitch, I'm flatter than hell. I don't care.
One of these times I'll come up and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's wet. It gets really curly when it's wet.
Oh, have you do you know about curling products that'll make your curls stand out?
Oh, I don't want my curls to stand out.
No, like it'll keep them from being frizzy and it'll make them like boing boing curls.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I just wrap it up in the ponytail. What's up, Roddy?
I do mine in a ponytail and braid it down my back all the time. It's the only way I can keep it from getting underneath my butt, because when I braid it, it shortens it up just enough to where it won't like I won't jerk it as bad. But when I leave it like in even just a regular ponytail, sometimes I still do it. But that's why I braid it most of the time to the side or something. Cause oh Lord, sweet baby, just, and I'm gonna say this: if it wasn't for paddle brushes and tangle free spray, I think I wouldn't be able to keep long hair. Because I'm gonna tell you something, I tried to use a regular brush one day to brush my damn hair, and I pulled all my hair out my head. It hurt like hell. Couldn't get the gnats out, wouldn't get them out. But my paddle brush, it saves my life, baby. If you ain't got a paddle brush and you got a lot of hair, you need to get you a paddle brush. I call it a paddle brush because it's a big square brush. It works the best. They also have tangle brushes too that are specifically made for curly hair or tangly hair. See, I have straight hair, but I have that thick hair, and it wants to tangle up all the time where I have my ponytail at, and so I have to use those paddle brushes to keep that from happening. About to pull myself bald headed.
Yeah, right.
What up, Gamecock Jenny? How's my kitty nephews doing today? Ghost and Morris.
Oh, so guess what, Roddy? I gotta join the Roddy family in December because we're getting a Rottweiler in December.
Awesome. Oh yeah, Roddy be over there me and Roddy be over there playing with G2K's hair. We be over there doing little braids and putting little beads in it and shit. Like I would totally love to braid your hair into two braids down the side like Willie Nelson wears it. I think it would be so cool.
Oh, maybe I'll have to have my wife do that for you guys tonight.
Yeah, that would be I bet that's just awesome because you got that pretty hair.
I usually do 4 though, 2 up front, 2 in back. But yeah.
I bet you 2 braids for you be thick as hell.
Oh yeah, for real. Yep, and we're actually getting them from Tainted Docket. So there you go.
I love me some Tainted Docket. She's amazing. So I changed Tainted Love to Tainted Docket. Oh, Tainted Docket. That's her new song. Yeah.
She changed her channel. She changed her channel name again though.
Yeah, I know she messed me up when I first say or come in here and it said Tainted Tiaras and
Ties and Tears, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, who the hell? Oh wait, that's Tainted Docket. I was about to say who the, I almost cussed to say who the hell is that? But I was like, oh no, that's Tainted Docket. That's my boo. I was like, okay.
I do too. Racing Stars. I almost call it Racing Stripes again. So It might just, you just might have to change your name, Racing Stars, to just Racing Stripes. I'm just saying, just for me though, you know.
Well, see, that could be your personal nickname for her that nobody else calls her but you.
There you go.
Because I do that sometimes. Like if K-Fam went by K-Fam Shark or something like that, and I put in the baby. Like when I saw the shark, for some reason the song Baby Shark came to mind, and I started singing it. And so no, it was telling me a story about sharks. And all of a sudden Baby Shark came to mind. So I started calling K-Fam Baby Shark, and that's where that came from.
I get it.
And yeah, you know, I randomly, I'm like, Rex, I got a song for that.
Right. Yeah. Well, get a hold of Roddy Parade. Get a hold of Inky, Tana Dockett, Ties and Tiaras, whatever her name is now. I know
Yeah,
she's got like 5 or 6 of them.
Roddy, get in touch with Tainted. You know Tainted. She might have one. I got too many as it is, child. I'm trying to find home for 2 of them that I rescued. I'm still trying to find them. You know, I didn't want to name them at first because I wanted whoever to got them to name them. And so they kind of think their name is Good Girl and Bad Girl right now because one of them be bad as hell. And the other one's a good girl, like she minds. And I think they think that's their names now.
Nice.
But they have I got them collars and everything so I could tell them apart because I was getting to the point I couldn't tell them apart, and when they run around in circles I didn't know like who to holler at, who not to holler at, and who was in trouble and who wasn't in trouble. And so I had to get them collars to tell them apart. One's got a pink collar, the other one's got a white one with little flowers on it, so I could tell them apart.
Nice.
Because they're female black labs, and so they look exactly. One of them has a little bit of a deeper hair than the other one, like longer hair than the other one. But other than that, they look exactly the same. Can't tell them apart. They like twins.
We're actually getting a female, so my male Chihuahua can have
A
time.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Chihuahua Dobermans? Dude, they're so cute. They're so cute. They really are. They're cute as hell.
Yeah, I have a Feist mixed with a you know, the short fat Feist. He's mixed with pit bull. His dad was a pit bull terrier, and he was a pit bull, but yeah, they ended up having babies, and so that's what he is. So when he opens his mouth, you see the pit bull come out of him, right? You'll see the gator mouth. But when he's got his head's a little bit bigger than a Feist, than a bitch-legged Feist, you know, the little short fat ones, because his mama was a short fat Feist. And then we have the boxer Bailey, and then we have Duchess, who is a mix between a golden retriever and a husky. And the reason I know it's husky, there's 2 reasons. Because at first I thought it might have been German Shepherd. You know how huskies and shepherds have that like crown look around the top of their head?
Yep.
She has that, even though she's a golden, and she'll look at you and she'll go rah 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 like a damn husky. She does the husky rah rah, like the way they talk. She does that shit, and but she looks like a golden. And then we have Bruiser, poor little thing. He is mixed with so many different things, but he looks like a regular Feist, but he's beautiful as shit. But he's got like 5, 6, 7 different kind of mixes in him. Poor little thing. He's just everything mixed into one.
He's what you call a Heinz 57.
Yeah, he's got. Okay, let me say it like this. He's my Feist pit bull mix. He's his nephew, his great nephew. His brother had a baby by a Chihuahua Feist. She's a Chihuahua Feist mix, and so they had a baby named Fat Boy. Fat Boy, which is Boomer's nephew, is Bruiser's dad, and his mom was a wire-haired mix with a wire-hair Feist with a Yorkie.
Damn.
So, and the dog looks more wire hair. His mom did, and the dad looked like Boomer, but he happens to take after his grandmother a little bit. The Feist Chihuahua mix, he looks just like her. But
Nice.
he's got like pit bull in him. He's got pit bull. He's got feist, two different kinds of feist, fat short feist, and he's got the skinny feist. He's got Chihuahua mixed in him. He's got fucking, I mean, poor little dog. He's just mixed with everything.
And if you wanted, like Rowdy Parade just said, we had a Chihuahua with the markings of Adobe, and he was so smart and fierce. The most fiercest dog with the biggest heart and the most courage is a Chihuahua. I don't care what anybody says. They will die thinking that they are doing, you know what I mean? They will.
Oh, they think they're the biggest, baddest mofos in the room. Let me tell
Oh
you
yeah,
something.
for real.
I went up to
Forward.
the vet when we took our the youngest girl we have, Dutchie, to get her fixed, and this dude had a Chihuahua. He said, "Yeah, don't come near her. She bites." She
Right.
was old as hell. I was like, I won't bother her. I won't try to pet her or nothing. And I was just sitting there talking to her, and she was like, I'm cool with you as long as you don't touch me.
Yep. See, this is our little guy right here. This is our little guy right here.
Oh, him and Brew Brew look a lot alike. Because Brew Brew's got the Chihuahua in him. But he's got longer hair, and that comes from the feist part of him. You know what I'm saying? Let me
Yeah.
see. I have a picture as my let me edit avatar. A picture of Bruiser with Bailey right here. Let me make myself big screen so you can see that little bitty one right beside her. Let's see. Maybe if I change the outline too, you'll be able to see him better. But that's him, the little bitty one. Let me add. Let me. I want people to get puppy cam right quick. Look at that baby. Look at him. Look at him.
Is right underneath my chin, and it's such an inconvenience. And most of the time for me, like it's just, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing with him like this. But this is where he wants to be. I had the. I actually had when we got him, like we knew we was getting him before his eyes open and shit and whatever, right after he's born. But the day his eyes opened, I was holding him and I watched his eyes open for the first time. So he locked eyes with me and he's like, "Okay, you're my dad." I'm like, "Oh
That's
my god."
that's the way Dutchie is with my husband because when we rescue, oh look at that. Oh, wait! I just screenshot that and then I'll edit it and then I'm gonna send it to you through email so that you and Miss Nobody can have that cute picture. Oh, look at his little face! Look at his little face! Oh, he's so cute. He reminds me of Brew. Brew does that stuff. He wants to be held like a little baby. Brew, what you doing? What you doing, Bruiser? Come here.
Grandpa just wasn't. Grandpa just wasn't, and him can sing and everything. Huh?
Oh yeah, loud.
He's a
Very
singer.
loud.
He's a singer.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
My Brew hears him and he's looking around. And even though I have headphones and he can hear it, he was looking around like, where that coming from? And he just took off running because he's ADHD. I was going to turn on the cam and show y'all him, but he just took off running like ADHD because him and Duchess are playing. Oh, Dutchie thinks to put his whole head in her mouth. He loves it though. That's his girlfriend. He thinks the big dog, the biggest one in the house and the smallest one in the house, think they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Opposite track.
He loves it when they play together. He'll lay on his back and she'll act like she's they'll be playing and she'll put his whole head in her mouth. And he loves it. Oh, he's so cute. I love your puppy.
Yeah. He's a grandson. He's my daughter's dog, but he doesn't know that.
Oh, he thinks he's baby. He's like, I'm everybody's baby. I'm just a baby.
And he's so fucking spoiled, it's ridiculous. He's so spoiled, it's ridiculous.
Oh, I see. Look at him lay there smiling. Oh, he was smiling. The little smile just popped up.
Oh yeah, he will.
As long as he's with Grandpa, he's relaxed.
As long as he's with Grandpa, he knows nothing's bad is gonna happen to him. And he totally makes himself completely vulnerable and like if you give him a minute, see how his eyes are just slowly drifting away.
He's trying to go to sleep right now. He's like, I'm comfortable. I'm going to sleep. Screw all y'all. It's sleepy time.
Yep. He can be wild. He can be hyper as hell, and I call him over, and I'll just lay down like I am now, and he'll crawl right up underneath my chin, and he'll be asleep in 30 seconds. See, look at this
Yeah.
shit.
Yep, the eyes are just there. He's trying to fight it though. He's trying to fight it, but it's hitting him. He's like, oh, Papa, rub my chin. Okay, okay. Yep, that's that yawn because he's getting sleepy. See the reason that Bruce where his ears stick up like most Chihuahuas do, Bruce don't because he's got that feist in him. So his little ears bend the cutest little way, and he kind of looks like Scrappy Doo.
Yeah.
That's but he does look more like if you look at him, he looks like a Feist and a Chihuahua mix.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
still-
already he's asleep. He's down for the count, y'all.
Yep.
I'm surprised it took him that long. It's usually
And-
30 seconds and he's out.
He's like, I was trying to show out at first. Oh, he's just so cute. I just love puppies. I have a thing. See, look, you just came over with the puppy and changed. Everybody's like, oh my God.
And he's got his bottom chin, his bottom jaw. It's a lot smaller. Like he can't give him, he can't like. We got to cut his food up into little teeny pieces and shit because he can't eat like a regular dog because it's so small. Like he's got
That's
such
the
an
same thing for Brew Brew because he's got a little big mouth. I will tell you, if you have a Tractor Supply near you, they do sell like the really small bite dog food, like the really little tiny bites. I get those for Brew Brew because he's like I got that little big mouth, and when I give him stuff, I have to cut it up real small because he
Yeah.
got little baby teeth. He's a little thing.
Yeah, he's like, are you talking about like dog food? He's like, I don't eat dog food. What's dog food? I eat human food.
He's like, they cut me up chicken. Thank you very much. Like, okay, I'm a meat eater. I get steak.
Vegetable.
And vegetables. He loves
vegetables.
he loves when you have salad night, especially red peppers, green peppers.
Yeah, he loves them.
He's like,
Tomatoes.
did you say peppers, Grandpa?
He loves tomatoes, little tomatoes.
Did you say peppers, Grandpa?
He's like, I know what that means. I'm not stupid. I want it.
I just love him. I just love him. Just love him and a woman and a woman. Mwah. Huh. It's what this guy. See, look.
Oh, he's such a cutie.
He's like, quit showing my chin, Grandpa. Quit doing that, Grandpa.
Oh my God, he's adorable.
Oh, thank
That's
you. I
the-
know. Thank you. I know.
You're adorable too, but I'm just, I'm all about the puppy. Now, I really do. I will say this. I know your name is Sugar Glider here, but my name for you is Miss Nobody. You need to start getting on panel more. We had so much fun. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'll start coming on more, I think.
I'm trying to talk her into having her own channel, doing her own shit.
Well,
So-
I done told her if she would let me know. I don't mind being your co-host and helping out till you get more comfortable.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that.
Just
Because
keep encouraging her, telling her what happened.
Well, see, here's the thing. I understand how it can feel overwhelming. I understand how, like, when you're first starting out, you can be super nervous. But when I first started on here, I thought you couldn't have dead air, right? Like you couldn't take a breath, a moment of silence, and you had to feel every moment, right? And I would constantly say I guess you would say comfort words. So I would say child every 5 seconds because that's one of my comfort words. I would say you know what I'm saying, and do that because I thought that I had to be, up. No, you don't, and it's okay. Just the way that I look at YouTube is I talk to my audience like I'm talking to my best friend on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I let the pace be the same that I would do if you were talking to me on the phone. And at first I was nervous, so don't feel like bad about it if you feel that way because that's normal feeling, right? But the more you do it, the more you get comfortable, the more it feels like you don't have to be perfect when you first step on the scene. You're not gonna be, and that's okay. You learn as you go along.
Yep. I guarantee, I've been telling her, I was like, if you started a channel, like the amount of subscribers you'd get, because my wife's raw, real, and she's unfiltered, just straight up, and dude, she'd surpass me so quick, it would be crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm dead serious. She would in subscriber count, she'd blow me out of the water real quick. I'm telling you right
I
now.
don't know if I want to do that, though, you know?
What do you mean? Why not? It's not a competition. I'm just saying, like,
I
it's
know.
just, it's just, I'm down, like, for real. So
I'm
I
thinking about it.
I just encourage her to do it. I think it would be very helpful for her in her real life as well. So
And even if you did, Mr. G2K is not the type to go, oh my God, you did better than me. Blah," you know.
I mean, we all know she's better than me anyway. I mean, look who she's with, for shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. Go ahead. Like, here's the thing. Try it out. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep doing it, right? But you may find that you may actually enjoy it. So what's the hurt of trying it to see
Right.
if you like it?
I'm an open-minded person. I'm a very open-minded person. So, yeah, I've been thinking about it.
And no matter what topic you want to handle, just let me know. If, like, let's say you actually want to do a topic show where you have a specific thing, just let me know. I'll do my research, child, so I can jump up there and be, thought process about it. Or I'll just jump up on the link and you can tell me what we're going to talk about, and I'll figure it out as I go along. Because don't think I don't know what Google is. Google is my bestie.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I will say that one of my cats, I love the way she actually kisses people. She doesn't lick. She takes her little face and sticks it up to your face. It's almost like she's sniffing you, and that's her kisses. It's the
Aww.
cutest thing. Most of my cats did. I had one cat that used to though, he loved to, for some reason, lick my hair and try to like bathe me. And so I'd hold him up on my shoulder, and like when this cat was little, you could not pick him up and tote him around the house. He freaked out, would scratch you trying to get down because he was scared of heights. And over time of me steadily picking him up and holding him and loving him and showing him I'm not going to drop him, I'm not going to hurt him, nothing's going to happen, you're okay. He eventually loved it and would come to me wanting me to pick him up and put him on my shoulder. And I'd sit there and I'd hold him, I'd put him on my shoulder, and he'd start licking and my hair's so long, it would be funny because he couldn't get he'd be putting his head all the way back trying to get the hair licked down. It was funny. He was the cutest baby. His name was Zeus, because this cat come out looking like he was 6 months old when he was a kitten, and his little brother's name was Hot Dog. And his little brother was skinny and like long, and he had like short little legs, and so he looked like Cat Dog kind of from the series. And so I named him Hot Dog because he looked like a weenie dog. And then Zeus was just huge. But people see them standing together when they were about 6 months old. They didn't believe they were actually from the same litter. People thought that one was from a younger litter, and I was like, no, these two are brothers. They're like, what? I'm like, Zeus is just huge, okay? I don't know what to tell you.
yep.
Oh, you haven't had a dog since the state took away your God-given right to hunt bears, hogs, and cougars with dogs? I have to have a puppy dog. I don't know what it is, but they're just everything to me. I love animals.
I had a yellow lab. I put her to sleep 9 years ago. In June will be 10 years that she's been gone. And I had her 3 months shy. She was 3 months shy of 22 years old before I had to put her down. And it was like walking my own child into a death chamber.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. We got my dog Pierre was already grown when we got him. We called him PP. He was a miniature poodle when I was like 5 years old or something like that, if not. And he was already fully grown. He was actually older than me by the time we got him. And we had him he was 29, I believe. My son was 4 or 5 years old by the time he passed. You know what I'm saying? Or he may have been, he was a little older than 4 or 5. think he might have been 7 or 8 at the time or something. He was almost 10 years old. And so my son had watched me grow up and watch my son. And when we lost him, it was a huge hurt to the entire family because he was also my special needs brother's dog. And we had him for all those years. And he was a miracle to live as long as he did. And then I had another poodle. She was 16, fits me 17. She was a poodle feist mix, but she looked like a Lopsa or something like that. 'Cause she had that hair that just laid in waves. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful pup. Her name was Dixie. And then I lost not long after that. I had a cat that was the cat and the dog thought they were girlfriend and girlfriend because they were both female. And the cat passed away in her sleep. I think she died of a broken heart. It was exactly like 6 months to a year after Dixie passed that Princess was like, I just don't want to be here no more without her.
Aww.
And I will say that about animals. If animals are very close to each other, you have to be careful because one of them will grieve themselves.
Yep.
And if you yourself have an animal that's like as close to you as Pretty Baby right there is, let them see the person if they pass away. Because if you don't, they'll think the person abandoned them. They'll keep looking for them versus animals actually know and can smell death. And they know what it is and they can grieve in their correct processes and get, help them along the way. But if you don't let them see them, it makes it 20 times worse because they'll always be looking for them. They don't know they're gone.
Yep.
I told my mom made me make that promise that if something happened to her to bring her puppy up there. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, same thing for my husband. He said, if God forbid something happened to him before her, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. And I told him to do the same because all the dogs love me and sleep in the bed with me. But there's Boomer thinks that the sunset rises in me. Like I'm his everything.
That's just like this one right here.
Like I will say that I also am the firm believer that dogs choose their person. Because like Bruiser loves everybody. But I think the way he does it more, my dad is his person.
Yeah.
And then Dutchie, my husband is her person because she was the first person she saw when she ran out of those woods, who got out of the car to say, come here, baby. And she loves me and everything, but that's her person. Bailey grew up with my hubby, so that's her person too. Boomer thinks the sunset and rises in me. But Pierre and Dixie, my two previous I was talking about, they were both my moms. Like my mom, if she got sick, if she got put in the hospital, those dogs, I had to baby the crap out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
They couldn't stand to be away from her.
They definitely pick their owner, that's for damn sure.
Oh, they are cute as crap. Miss Angela's little doggies, they're so adorable. I love animals. Animals are just innocent cherubs. They're precious. They don't do nothing wrong to nobody.
Yeah, they don't know ignorance and rudeness. They really don't.
They just know what they're talking.
But I'm fixing to get off here, and I want to say thank you, Mr. G2K, for coming up. And huggies to you, cute little puppy. He's so precious. What's the baby's name?
Noya, like as in I'll annoy the fuck out of you.
Oh, Noya. Oh, I'll try to remember that because my ADHD is terrible. But Noya, I love you, precious angel.
Say bye, Charlie. Say bye, Charlie.
Oh, look at the little paw wave. Huggies, Miss No Booty.
Hugs to you, Charlie. Love ya.
Y'all make sure y'all keep a lookout tonight. Oh, you any last words? Okay, I forgot to tell you that.
Be kind, be nice, and try to love one another right now because we might not get a chance to do so tomorrow. In fact, there are people that are going to that won't get that chance to do so. So we might as well take advantage of it while we can. This is G2K. Charlie, I'm out of here. I love you, sweetheart. Be good. Everybody else,
Bye, everybody.
Be cool. Later, man.
Huggies. Y'all make sure y'all keep an eye out on Mr. JB Longwinded tonight for frenemies, Mr. G2K for the panel show, just having fun. If anybody else is going to go live tonight, please let the crowd know so that we can tell everybody that you're going live, because y'all know how YouTube be not sending out notifications sometimes and whatnot. And I hope y'all have a blessed and beautiful day. Please remember to wash your ass, wash your face, preferably not with the same rag. We don't need you walking around here with ass face. Please make sure you brush your teeth and floss, bitch. Get a water pick. We don't need you walking around here with halitosis breath and hair on your tongue. Okay? Please make sure that you wash your balls and wash your ass and don't walk around here with shitty draws. And cologne is not, I repeat, is not a substitute for Dio for the BO. Bitch, make sure you wear some deodorant. We didn't even walk around here smelling your ass. Okay? Get up and do something today. Touch some grass. But wash your ass. Some of y'all motherfuckers, we know y'all don't take baths. We could tell. It's very obvious. But take care of yourself and always and every day. And know that I love you all. Huggies. Love y'all. Bye. Remember, wash your ass.
I'm from the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go. From the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to them ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out the street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments from OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, saw blue, a big Anthony Hughes and P.
I'm from the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my